Now I'm gonna continue to the back. I went and got rid of my dirty towel and my dirty washcloth that I washed the feet with, and actually the whole body. I rinsed my basin out. I took my gloves off after I rinsed the basin out really well and got some clean water. I took my gloves off between that so I didn't use dirty gloves with clean water. Okay? Now I have clean water and I have clean gloves and I have clean washcloth and my towel that I used prior, but not the one I used with the feet. The one I used with the feet's in the dirty chair. Now for your bath, the bath is separated from occupied bed, but I am going to go ahead after I do the back and go straight into the occupied bed portion of it. Okay? All right, at this point, I'm looking at my table. I have a reminder about deodorant. Miss Hendricks, would you like any deodorant applied now at this point?
Sure.
You can do that now. You can do it right after the, actually, you can do it when you apply the gown. I'm going to do it now, so I'm thinking about it. And she's helpful. And see, I'm working over this rail here, those railing ribs I talked about in the restraints.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now for the back, I'm going to apply my gloves and get her rolled over. All right, Miss Hendricks, if you'd roll over for me. All right, and it's easier. I'm going to flatten you out if that's okay.
That's
Now,
fine.
remember, if the patient doesn't flatten well, don't flatten her. When you flatten them, you might need to adjust the height of your bed. You don't want to be leaning. Now, she's all the way over there, and I feel like I can't get to what I need. I'm going to end up putting this railing down. But if the patient's rolled the other way and I have control over her, then that'll be okay. But not yet. Miss Hendricks, can I move your pillow? I'm
Okay.
going to do it like this.
Okay.
You okay?
I'm good.
It's my cloth as well. Now you're going to take your towel and you're going to tuck it under the patient. Actually, I'll have to make like a little U there. Tuck it in their panties like that. So now you have something that protects the bed and the patient's covered and their face is not covered. Okay? I'm going to just wash the back from the neck down, not from the buttocks up. You can also do sheet to sheet, but as long as you don't do buttocks up, you're okay. I'm going to take this down, wash, rinse, and dry. Now your peer will have a bra on, but nobody in the hospital will. I'm not. You're going to unsnap your peer's bra. I'm not actually going to unsnap Miss Hendricks's, but you're going to unsnap that and then make sure it's snapped back. Again, in the hospital, you won't have that. Okay? Sheet to sheet or neck down, but never butt up, or buttocks up. I'm gonna rinse her. I don't know why I was drying first. She had some excess water. I was getting it off. Now we're gonna wash. Now we're gonna rinse. We actually need to see what you're washing. I'm just trying to provide more privacy for Miss Hendricks. She's nice enough to be our model here. Okay, make sure you always see what you're washing, rinsing, and drying. Okay? All right, that concludes the bath itself. Pericare would be next, guys. You would go straight into the back pericare if you had to. If you've already washed the front, a lot of different scenarios in that. So now I'm going to do the bed, the occupied bed. I'm going to just move this over. My hands are not too bad. I'm going to actually take these gloves off though. And then I want you to see the situation we're in now. My clean linen's in my chair. I cannot do this like that, okay? You have to make sure things are where it needs to be. So you can't do that. You're going to have, you can't even do that, okay? Your hip have to be at the bed. So if I had to go all the way over here, I'd need to, at this point, go to my chair and put my rails up, all right? Now, I want you to work from your chairs. I know I'm going to do an occupied bed, so I'm going to need my fitted sheet and my draw sheet and my chuck, all right? So that's what I'm going with first. And I'm just have a little little way to look at my chair, remember what's there and what's not. Work your rails, we talked about that. You can wear gloves to change your linen. I'm just choosing, I've been all, seeing her bed linen, I'm choosing not to do gloves at this point right here, but we can, you can certainly wear them. Now, the other thing that's going to be new in this video is a draw sheet. The draw sheet, you're going to see that in occupied bed. Draw sheet's a shorter sheet. Most of them have a D in the corner, and this is a occupied bed, patients in it, okay? So it's going to be that full bed. This is a fitted sheet, and a lot of them are loose. Can't like hold them with your neck. You can't throw them. You can't shake them. You just have to get it right. And then you move down the bed. Are you okay, Miss Hendricks? Good. You can take this dirty things and tuck it under your patient. Remember, if she was soiled, I would take care of that, and I definitely have my gloves on if those sheets were soiled at all. You can feel free to do your occupied bed with gloves. I can reach my draw sheet like that. You saw my hip to the bed. Now my draw sheet has seams on it, 2 seams. The seams are tucked, okay? So I want to show you that. This one actually has 3 seams. It's an older type with seams, but the larger seams are tucked, okay? So that's what I'm doing, tucking the larger seams. I'm actually going to put that over her. Remember, people are like, well, how are you doing that? Because that sheet was dirty. Well, this draw sheet's pretty large. If that sheet was that dirty, I would go ahead and have changed it. So now what I'm doing is making me a little thing here so I can get everything out with it. I put that seam up here because it's going to be under her pillow and not under her legs. You might have a cloth one of these in the hospital. You might have a disposable, whichever you have. You can do it all at once. It's got to eyeball the right spot for the patient. I'm going to roll it together like that, okay? Make sure all the wrinkles are out as best I can. I can tell you that's not going to work. Tucking my draw sheet. That's what I'm doing, guys. Trying to get it tight looking on this side. I can fix it from the other side. But I was about to tuck my chuck, and I definitely don't need to do that. All right, Miss Hendricks, I'm going to be coming to the other side of the bed, and I need you to roll, and now I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm going to tuck it under you some more, okay? All right, big tug. If you don't get your tuck, guys, she's not going to land in the right spot. That's why I noticed my tuck wasn't very large. All right, Miss Hendricks. Now we got to roll over a big hump, okay? Now, y'all, she didn't have her gown on, so I'm providing privacy for her. And I did this so you'd know that you got to keep them covered the whole time. I'll give you your pillow back, Miss Hendricks, but I want to give you a new pillowcase. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So at this point, I don't put a dirty pillowcase on my clean linen, so I'm going to get my pillowcase. Luckily, my solid chair is here. I cannot throw linen on the floor. It's a DHEC violation. I'm going to put my hand in it. I'm going to hold the other side like this, like the Cookie Monster. I'm going to grab my pillow. If there's a zipper here, that goes in first, and I'm going to cover the pillow. Now, a lot of people say tuck the tag. I have a choice, tag or zipper. Zipper goes, okay? If I want to, I tear the tag off. All right, hurry your head up for me, Miss Hendricks, or I have to do it for her. Now I'm taking the old linen off, going down, and I'm working with this too. Just leave that there and go take the old linen off. Get that out of the way completely. I make sure I'm not exposing my patient. Make sure I got everything. no, we don't want any wrinkles under our patients. We want to make sure they're good and flat, and the draw sheet's as tight as it can be. A lot of times you never see a draw sheet in the hospital. We wanted just to show you the sheet so you get familiar with it at this point. Look where I am. Decide if I'm safe or not. She's all the way over, pretty safe, but we don't want you doing like this, okay? Make sure you stay in the middle of the bed, okay? So, I'm gonna tuck my draw sheet down. I'm gonna pull a good tug in the middle, and I'm gonna tuck it. Be careful if you have rings on, you may get your hands stuck under the bed sheets. That's why we don't want you to wear rings. All right, Miss Hendricks, I'm gonna leave your pillow. Now, I have their bed done. The only thing is, my patient is still naked. And how do I know that? How do I remember that? Well, I'm looking at my chair, my clean linen chair. Right now, my clean chair, I have a gown and a flat sheet and a blanket. So now, I want to put her gown on her. At this point, you could have also applied the deodorant. You could ask her if she wants makeup and all this good stuff. She doesn't want any. All right, so remember, if this sheet was really soiled, we'd have removed it. A lot of people said, why you put the clean gown on top of this sheet? Well, we don't want to expose her. But if it was that soiled, we would have removed it. So we're using it as our bath sheet purposes. I'm going to do that, and I'm pulling that sheet down once I get that there. Now I had to reach over, so I'm sorry I had to reach. Remember, I upped my bed, so now my position is totally different because remember, I upped it because how it's working. So that depends on what part of the patient's body you're working with. You might have to adjust the bed to prevent being over them, prevent your back from hurting. And I know you guys say, I'm young, I don't have backache. Well, once you start nursing for a little while, you might if you don't take care of it. So now, I'm going to pull this sheet down so that I don't expose her at all. Remember, we don't want any sneaker peeks. So now I gotta look at my chair. I should have one thing left, and that's my covered sheet and my blanket. Remember again, why am I putting this sheet on top of this dirty sheet? Remember, if it was that dirty, I'd have moved it, changed it. It's not. It's good. And the seam, I didn't talk about seams. We want seams up, away from the patient's skin. I talked about it on a draw sheet. I didn't talk about on this, but this seam up, okay?